Hi everybody, it's Laszlo again with Micro Adventures, and today is the fourth and final episode of Aerobatics in a low horsepower budget aircraft. I'm going to cover how I did in the competition in Keene, New Hampshire, which was earlier in October. Everybody got to fly the Sportsman maneuver. It's no practice. You just show up in the morning, you sign up, and then you hop in and you fly the Sportsman and you get judged on it. So I'm going to play the sequence twice. First time on its own with maybe some background track, and then again with me sharing the scores and judges' comments, and sort of finally to cover takeaways from the event. Okay, so that was that. So let me play it again, but before I do, just a little bit further background. As I mentioned, this is a sportsman-only competition. The way it works is that if you're a more advanced pilot, like intermediate and advanced, you start with negative points that you need to overcome. So this levels the playing field in a sense. This way, judges only have to worry about looking at one sequence, and the whole thing happens in basically half a day. As a consequence, it's also quite rushed. So I did show up on time, but I showed up towards the end, I guess, a little bit. So one of the lessons learned is next time I will aim to arrive much earlier because there's a lot of paperwork to take care of, looking at your pilot log, the airplane logs. As a consequence, I didn't have time to sort of sit back and think through the maneuvers. I had to pretty much jump in after all the paperwork was done and start taxiing out for the flight. I was number 2, and with the slower plane, I basically had to depart as soon as the first guy else departed as well, given how long it took me to climb up. Anyway, let's watch this, and I'll provide info on the scores and the comments. Okay, so here we are, checking into the box, wagging the wing 3 times. The first maneuver is going to be the Humpty, straight up, over the top. So on this one, I got a 7.67 with comments that I had good lines. So that worked pretty well. Good start. Next was the 45 upline, which is harder to get right. So one person said it was shallow, another person said it was 9, but I got 9s overall. So that was good. Now we come up to the spin, and for whatever reason, the darn thing wouldn't go into a spin. It was settling, and that's what I got. 6.3 was the average, with the comments that it settled. At least I came out on heading, which was good. Next up was the hammerhead. Now in this, you can't see it here, darn it, but supposedly I torqued on the way up and also made it too short. So right away I'm going into that quarter turn. This is again a hammerhead with a quarter turn on the down line, and I just immediately went into it. So I got dinged for that, getting a 3.5. Now going into the shark's tooth, too steep on this inverted down line, and subsequently too shallow on this last portion. Yeah, I got comments that I changed the angle on it, and hence 6.17 on that. And then finally the Immelman going up, which people said I rolled before the top, which is something I do, given the slow roll rate, as I don't wait to be fully inverted level. And I don't know what to do, but I should have done it. I shouldn't have done it so steeply. So here we go. After the break, took a break because I would have lost too much altitude. And here's the split S. I got 0 on this because unfortunately, as you saw, it was just a regular split S. I forgot to do, actually I didn't forget to do, I rushed through it, and you couldn't see that I attempted to do a 2-point roll in it. Heading straight into a loop that was, the comment was that it was segmented, 6.67 on that one. And here is the half Cuban, 5.75 on this. Now they said on this time around I was initially too shallow again, so I'm struggling with hitting that 45-degree down lines and going into the steep turn, which was good, 8.5, and then finally the slow roll. Now for this one, I've been advised to give it a good yank up and then roll. Unfortunately, that resulted in the judges not agreeing with that advice, and one of them said I climbed into it, another one said I turned it into a barrel roll. I disagree. From the inside footage, I felt that it was fairly on center and not a barrel roll, but I don't know. Who am I to say? So some takeaways from this. I've already mentioned the need to give yourself a little bit more time. I felt like through the whole sequence I was rushed, but the other reason I was rushed because you get the thrill of competing. It's different than doing it in practice, And for those that are getting into aerobatics just for fun, I really recommend aiming to do a competition. It just is a different environment. It's like, you know, jogging and then participating in a cross-country event or something like that, where you get the thrill of racing or the thrill of competing. Sharpens your skills and sharpen your ability to think and act on your feet. I hope you liked this series. If you haven't watched the earlier ones where I cover a little bit more detail about the airplane, what it is to fly with the low horsepower aircraft and the challenges with it, I also cover a practice session where I again, you know, talk or review and the maneuvers, etc. So please take a look at those, and also join me on a future adventure. Thanks.